Warning, spoilers for Star Trek, Lower Decks Season 3, Episode 3 Mining the Mines. The USS Enterprise is the standard bearer of Starfleet, but Star Trek, Lower Decks reveals that the USS Cerritos is getting almost as great of a reputation as the Enterprise itself. In Star Trek, Lower Decks Season 3, Episode 3, Mining the Mines, the ensigns of the Cerritos team up with the lower deckers of the USS Carlsbad to handle dangerous psychic mines that can make fantasies come to life before turning a person into a statue. Ensigns Beckett Mariner, Tawny Newsome, Brad Boimler, Jack Quaid, and Samantha Rutherford, Eugene Cordero, also learn that the Cerritos is actually held in great esteem by the lower deckers of the other California-class starships. As the flagship of the United Federation of Planets, the USS Enterprise, as well as the lineage of starships that also bear the name Enterprise, is acknowledged as the greatest ship in Starfleet. The starships Enterprise have made Starfleet's most pivotal and historic voyages since the 22nd century, and the Enterprise boasts the most legendary captains like Christopher Pike, Anson Mount, James T. Kirk, William Shatner, and Jean-Luc Picard, Patrick Stewart. The best of the best earn the honor of serving aboard the Enterprise, which makes it a pipe dream for lower deckers throughout Starfleet. The greatness of the USS Enterprise is currently being explored in the 23rd century of Star Trek, Strange New Worlds, which will cross over in Season 3 with Star Trek, Lower Decks when Boimler and Mariner come aboard Captain Pike's Enterprise in live action. In Star Trek, Lower Decks Season 3, however, Mariner, Boimler, and Rutherford are stunned to realize that the Cerritos is essentially seen as the Enterprise of support ships by the crews of the other California-class starships. The Cerritos lower deckers assumed the USS Carlsbad's ensigns thought they were better than them, but the Carlsbad's crew was actually in awe of working with Mariner, Boimler, and Rutherford because of the Cerritos' reputation. It turns out the Cerritos' battles with the Pacals and its numerous strange encounters throughout Star Trek, Lower Decks has resonated with the other Kali-class ships. The Cerritos and its lower deckers have become a legend in its own time. Where is the Enterprise in Star Trek, Lower Decks Season 3? Of course, the USS Enterprise is somewhere out there in the galaxy, and Star Trek, Lower Decks regularly mentions the Enterprise, but not its whereabouts. Star Trek, Lower Decks Season 3 is set around 2381, a couple of years after Star Trek, Nemesis. Therefore, Jean-Luc Picard is still captain of the Enterprise, although Hess unaware that Hess in his final years commanding the flagship since he will be promoted to admiral in 2385. The Enterprise is also missing some of his legendary crew because by the end of Star Trek, Nemesis, Commander Data, Brent Spiner, is dead, and Captain Will Riker, Jonathan Frakes, and his wife, Commander Deanna Troi, Marina Sirtis, left the Enterprise to take command of the USS Titan. But Worf, Michael Dorn, Geordi LaForge, Lever Burton, and Dr. Beverly Crusher, Gates McFadden, are presumably still serving with Captain Picard on the Enterprise in Star Trek, Lower Decks time. Lower Decks Captain Carol Freeman, Don Lewis, constantly fights for the Cerritos to get some respect, but it's already there among the California class of Starfleet. It turns out the Cerritos is a big deal to the other support ships who also want more respect from Starfleet, and Freeman's starship is an inspiration to the rest of the Kali class. It's heartening that the USS Cerritos has become a real player within Starfleet, and this can be read as a meta-commentary of how Star Trek, Lower Decks has earned its reputation as a great Star Trek show in real life. Star Trek, Lower Decks Season 3 streams Thursdays on Paramount+.